If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Breaking news in the federal sex trafficking trial against Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors have rested their case against the music mogul, wrapping up 29 days of testimony from more than 30 witnesses. The government claims Combs leveraged his businesses to operate a criminal enterprise. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges in the case and today decided not to take the stand. NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas is outside the courthouse in New York City. So, Chloe, did we hear at all from Combs about the decision not to testify? And what else happened in court today?
Hey there. Well, just moments ago, the judge asking Combs if it was his decision to not testify. And it seemed as though he was eager to talk, right? That he had been silent for so many days. And really, he had to be careful about not making any sort of facial expressions because he was admonished a few weeks ago by the judge at kind of making eye contact with certain jury members. And today he said several sentences. He also told the judge that he was doing a good job. And he said that it was his decision, along with his lawyers, to not testify, and he seemed in good spirits. And as for what's happening now, earlier we had Combs' defense team do something called a Rule 29 motion, where they have asked the judge to declare a mistrial, dismiss the case or certain charges from the case because they have tried to prove that the government did not meet their burden and that they have not proven their side of things in their case. And the judge has said that he reserves his decision, and we might be seeing that in some sort of written ruling later this week.
So, Chloe, when do we think this heads to the jury?
Potentially Friday afternoon. We have to get through closing arguments first. So you're going to have prosecutors right out of the gate. They have 4 hours to make their final plea to the jury, but it's not really their final plea, and I'll get to that in a second. Then in the afternoon, Combs' team will have 4 hours for their defense. But Friday morning, you could see the prosecutors do something called their rebuttal. The prosecutors, because they have that burden of proof on their side, they get the final word to the jurors. So then if all goes according to plan, like I said, Friday afternoon, the jury could be charged and have the case. But again, nothing ever goes according to plan. And we've seen that in this trial in particular, things get pushed back. So we could also see the jury not get this case until Monday.
Well, we know you'll stay on it. Chloe Malas, thanks so much.
Yeah. Puff Daddy and his supreme team, all these attorneys that he paid all these millions and millions of dollars for, are filing a Rule 29 motion to have the whole case thrown out. They are asking the judge to acquit Sean P. Diddy Combs of all the allegations that the prosecution just put out there, the racketeering, the sex trafficking, the traveling, transportation for prostitution, all this stuff, the RICO, throw all that out. Why? His attorneys are saying that there is insufficient evidence to convict P. Diddy. Now, insufficient evidence is a real strong word. I'm talking about for something to be insufficient, they are basically saying that the prosecution didn't meet the burden of proof. They are saying that the prosecution did not bring enough actual factual evidence to prove that Diddy is guilty. Now, I know a lot of you P. Diddy fans and a lot of you brothers and sisters, who saying free Diddy and saying that, they ain't got nothing on Diddy. Y'all probably popping bottles, smoking that, good old mountain lion kush and dancing to the music and stuff like that because the attorneys is agreeing with y'all right now. The attorneys are saying everything that most people are saying. Man, he was just freaky, man. They were just having sex, man. I mean, they get him on the domestic, but other than that, man, it's nothing. They are agreeing with y'all. And I'm telling y'all that I'm disagreeing with y'all, and I'm disagreeing with his attorneys. I'm so confident that that motion will be denied that I'm willing to bet $1 million to a bucket of shit. Yeah, that's how confident that I am. Now, what about you guys? The ones that say, hey man, it's free Diddy. Diddy ain't do nothing and all that. What y'all willing to bet? I'm taking all bets. Hit my DM on the Hood Educated Facebook. Hit my DM on my Instagram. Hit my DM. I'm taking all bets that they deny that motion. Yeah. Since y'all so confident, I'm not talking to all the Hood Educated residents or the guests. Y'all, the ones, y'all know who I'm talking to. You P. Diddy sympathizers. Jump in the comments. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's go. Come on. You believe the man ain't did nothing wrong. You believe that the man gonna be found not guilty. Put your money where your mouth is then. I'm with it. I'm taking all bets. As a matter of fact, if they grant, listen, if they grant that motion, I would make a video and say, hey man, I apologize to y'all, man. I was just, I thought this, I thought that, but I guess I was wrong. I gotta be a man. I bet y'all won't do it. Yeah. I bet y'all won't do it. So come on with it. Listen. This is what they saying in the motion. They are saying that the prosecution didn't prove anything. Not only that, they are saying that they did not prove that no one conspired with Diddy in the RICO. They are saying that no one helped him commit crimes and stuff like that. There's not a pattern of criminal activity and stuff like that. This is what his lawyers are presenting to the judge. And look, based off that right there, his lawyers got to be, look, you paid them all that money for them to come up with that right there. All the evidence that everybody who's following the case and people, Hood, you can't be following the case. Okay, for everybody that's following the case, since I'm not then, the prosecution ain't proved nothing. Nothing. The prosecution ain't proved sex trafficking. The prosecution didn't prove the RICO. The prosecution didn't prove the Mann Act. The prosecution didn't prove that prostitutes, male prostitutes, not no entertainers and all them slick words that they trying to use. Male prostitutes from here to there across state lines to be paid to have sex. The prosecution didn't prove that. Alright, come on. Where y'all at? Put your money where your mouth is, because his lawyers believe it. And since y'all riding with them like that, y'all should believe what the lawyers believe. I'm taking all bets. Come on. Let's go. No, you so confident. Let's go. I bet you don't nobody show. I'll be surprised if y'all, hey, Hood, come on, I'm going to take that, bro. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw. I'm with it. Let's go. They are saying that Jane Doe and Cassie are the ones that did all the booking for Diddy. Not his staff, not people that are under his record label, because that's the criminal organization that they talking about. Bad Boy, right? So they saying that Cassie did it, Jane Doe did it, not nobody in his staff that was getting paid by Bad Boy. We Hood Educated, not lame related. From our understanding, Cassie was signed to Bad Boy. So would that make her an employee of Bad Boy? And if he got her paying prostitutes so that they can do illegal sex in the freak offs, because I know a lot of y'all say, hey, Hood, they just having sex and all. This is what they call illegal sex. This is prostitution. So Can we all agree on that? That Cassie was an employee and that Cassie was signed. Can we agree on that? To Bad Boy, yeah, she was signed for years, right? During the free-coast, yeah. So that right there just proves that she's a co-conspirator. That's why she got immunity. Yeah, come on. Now, I don't study the case. I ain't look at the case. All this stuff just fell out the sky. I just started grabbing stuff. Hey, oh, here you go. He did this, I think. I think he might have, and she might have. No, No, we hood educated. We ain't lame related on this end over here. So here it is. That's an employee. She's a co-conspirator. That's why she got immunity. Yeah, so that she can testify against the boss, P. Diddy. The same way in other racketeering cases. Yeah, they get somebody that they can flip, give them immunity, and they tell everything on the boss. Yep, he had me do this. He had us doing that. We did this. So that go an employee. That's just one. What about his security though? What? Hood, come on, man. Don't put the security in the hood, man. You bogus for that, bro. Come on. Nah. What about his security? Yeah, the guys that he had going to go get drugs for him and stuff like that. To do the freak off. This is all criminal activity here. This is criminal activity. This is a pattern. Right? The security went to go talk to the dude when he beat Cassie to smithereens. Paid dude. This is criminal activity. You understand? Yeah. So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's more. This Rule 29 motion, it ain't gonna see the light of day. The judge finna look at that and be like, come on, bro. I'm talking, he gonna call the lawyers in the chambers like, bro, come on, man. Like, look, this man done paid y'all millions of dollars, man. And y'all, come on, y'all wasting the court time, bro. Don't do that, man. Come on, now. Do y'all really think in y'all mind that a judge is gonna say, you know what? I think you're right. The prosecution didn't they didn't meet the burden of proof, and there's insufficient evidence here, and I'm gonna have to quit. I'm gonna have to quit him and let him loose back into society. Yeah, even though we wasted all the taxpayers' dollars, doing this trial and, gathering all this information and evidence, I'm going to, this is a tough one, but I gotta quit Sean P. Diddy Combs and all his baby oil and, let's bet. Y'all so confident. Let me see where your confidence at. Let me see where your courage at. He's y'all idol. Y'all believe in him. Y'all believe he ain't did nothing wrong. Even after y'all see him beat Cassie to smithereens and y'all still, that. So all these women just finna get up here and just lie on this man like this here. Now don't get me wrong. Look, stuff like that happens. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of innocent people locked up right now. But there's too much evidence pointing to his guilt. Now, let's get into what P. Diddy is charged with. And before we get into it, allow me to say this right here, y'all. I understand, right, to the ordinary people in the world. Like, we see what's going on in P. Diddy case. Like, hey, man, the brother just was a freak, man. He like doing it like this. He like doing it like that. And she like it like this. She like it like that. And all that old type of stuff. But when you start paying people to have sex, you start facilitating these freak offs and stuff like that. This is criminal activity. That's what we gotta understand. And a lot of us been committing this criminal activity, but we just ain't got knocked yet. Keep it 100. Just being 100. A lot of people do this stuff, but they just ain't get knocked yet. But in this case, he got knocked. And now they laying the hammer down on him. So now what they hit the boy with? They hit him with the RICO. Now, a lot of people saying hood educated. They didn't prove the RICO. So let's break it down. Racketeering. This charge stems from the racketeering influence and corrupt organizations, typically used to target organized crime. Prosecutors claim that Combs and his associates utilized his business empire to engage in various illegal activities. Remember that, illegal activities, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, and arson. Now, the first thing we got to understand out of all those elements is that they don't need to prove all of them. All they need to do is prove one of those elements, and that's the RICO. And what I mean by that, sex trafficking. If they can prove that he sex trafficked people, and they can prove that his organization, Bad Boy, had something to do with it, if they can prove that Bad Boy money was spent to facilitate these freak-offs and stuff like that, there's your RICO charge. Now, I know y'all might say, hey, hood, come on, man. It's the law. I ain't make it. It's the law. That right there satisfies the elements of RICO. Kidnapping and all that old type of stuff. I know y'all probably saying like, well, hood, what the kidnapping at? Y'all know what the kidnapping at? The kidnap, whenever you hold somebody against their will, that's kidnapping. A lot of y'all probably thinking that kidnapping is throwing somebody in the trunk and then driving them across state lines and all that. That's kidnapping too. But when you hold somebody against their will and don't let them go where they want to go to commit a crime, whether it be a freak off or robbery or whatever the case may be, that's a form of kidnapping as well. Look it up. Look it up. Then they trying to hit him with the arson because the boy car got blew up. But what's going to put the nail in him is sex trafficking. That's what's going to bury him. The sex trafficking. Because we got to understand something. Although Jane Doe, Cassie, the other sister from Diddy came, although sometimes they said, yeah, I liked it, I was with it, that don't matter. And let me explain to y'all why it don't matter. It matters to y'all, but I'm finna explain to y'all why it don't matter to the court of law. That one time that they said, I didn't want to do it, and he coerced them to do it, manipulated them to do it, he broke the law, period. Y'all don't have to like it. You don't have to. This is the law. And that is an element of sex trafficking. Paying people to have sex. Transporting people from here to there to have sex. Violates the Mann Act. Can we say that that was proven in the court? All the male prostitutes getting flown in and going to LA to New York to Miami and all this old type of stuff. Getting paid to do what? Freak-offs. Who money was being used to pay them? The leader of Bad Boy. This is the criminal enterprise. Y'all look. Y'all ain't look. Oh, okay. All right. Who want to bet? You know what? I did put a bet out there for the Rule 29. That still stands. Now, if y'all go back and watch some of my videos, I don't like to be like, damn, somebody guilty. I always say like, it appears or it looked like, that they might, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm going all the way out. I'm finna let my scrotums hang on this demonstration. Put your money where your mouth is. That boy gonna get convicted. Who want it? Come and get this easy money. It's easy. This is easy money for you to win. You can go get you some of that good Mountain Lion Kush off this money. Go get you some of your finest wine. Go buy your girl a purse or whatever, however much you want to bet. Come on, come and get this easy money. That boy gonna get convicted. Who want to bet? Alright. Go to my Facebook, jump in my DM, Hood Educated. Go to my Instagram, Hood Educated, jump in the DM, and let's facilitate this thing. Let's come and get this easy money. I'm giving it away. Hey, I'm giving it away. Hood Educated residents, you know, those that donate to the channel, don't worry about it. We ain't gonna lose a dime in Pakistan money. We ain't gonna lose nothing. We ain't gonna lose nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna. These boys right here finna be, hey, Hood, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, you got, yeah. Just I don't want to hear all that. Just hey, hit my Cash App, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hit my Zelle, hit my PayPal. You understand? Hit my Venmo. However you want to do it. You understand? Just hit it, man. You know what I'm saying? And be a man of your word, cause I'm gonna be a man of mine. I'm gonna be a man of mine. Just be a man of your words. Now, for the simple fact that they have all this evidence pointing to his guilt, that boy finna get convicted. Period. Point blank. You ain't gotta like it though. That's the thing about it. Y'all are drawing off of y'all looking at it like they after him because of something. You know, I heard the story about, you know, when he sued the liquor companies and all this old type of stuff. And you know what? Y'all might be right. The conspiracy theorists, brothers and sisters, y'all might be right. But the matter at hand here is that boy going down. Why he going down? Hey. But this is what happened when you play in the field. When you in the field, dibbling and dabbling, doing stuff you ain't got no business doing, these are the rewards of that. Beating these women up, manipulating these women. Sometimes the women was down with it. We ain't gonna sugarcoat that, yeah. But a lot of the times when they said no and he made them forced, manipulated, the law has been broken. And they have proven that over and over again by the testimony of these women jumping up there. He did this, he did that. And y'all know what's really the nail in the coffin? What really got him knocked for real? Is when he paid Cassie that money. That's what got him knocked. Because she put all those sex allegations and all that stuff in that lawsuit, and he paid her to shut up. But one thing you gotta understand about the law, they look at stuff like that as an admission of guilt. Because if he didn't do none of the stuff that Cassie was accusing him of in the lawsuit, he wouldn't have paid her. He wouldn't have paid her. But understanding that, you know, the bribes and, you know, the videotape and with her own, you know, pictures and stuff like that, the federal government said, no, we gotta have them. We're going to make an example out of them. Now, truth be told, y'all go watch some of my old videos concerning this matter. I was where a lot of people was. I was like, man, it seemed like they ain't got nothing on Diddy, man. I think they just, you know, they own him and all that. They just, you know, they tripping, you know. But when I started to peep the game, I started seeing what the prosecution was doing piece by piece and how he was showing, or how he was showing about the RICO and stuff like that, and how they was putting it together and saying, I said, oh, they cold. Oh, they saying this. And look, and anybody that know anything about federal law is real easy to prove. Real easy to prove. I'm talking about the federal laws are so out of pocket. You look at the federal laws and be like, what? Look, they got a federal law that can give you 15 years in jail just for having a gun. You ain't got to shoot nobody with the gun. You ain't got to slap nobody with it. You ain't got to throw it at nobody. You ain't got to take a bullet out of it and try to throw it at somebody. You ain't got. All you got to do is have it. They can give you 15 years in a federal penitentiary if you're a felon. Bullets. Yeah. You a felon in possession of bullets, the same thing. Just for having bullets. You ain't did no harm to nobody. Just for having a gun. You ain't did nothing. They can give you 15 years. Let me tell you something. The federal government don't play. And they laws should scare you to death. They laws should say, you know what, man, I ain't doing no crimes, man. The feds, they doing it like that. Hell no, I ain't doing no crimes. You got people locked up in the feds doing 25 years for robbery. For robbing a liquor store, for robbing a gas station. 25 years. And this ain't no, they gonna do half of their time. And no, you doing 85%. 17 years on a robbery. A robbery. Ain't nobody died. Ain't nobody get stabbed, shot, nothing. Give me your money. Oh, that's 25 years, dog. You tripping. That give me your money. 25 years of your life? Yeah, that's what the feds do to you. Yeah, the feds do that to you. So, although we might look at things different, the federal government look at things in their own way. And to them, that's the law of the land. And when you violate that law of the land, they can slam you on the top of your head. Before I depart, allow me to say this right here. I'm taking all bets. Come on. Come on. Y'all know who I'm talking to. Put your money where your mouth is. I'll be waiting. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.